Hey guys, how's it going? Today is the last day that we have to clear out the back patio before the new project starts, the new patio renovation starts, which is so exciting. So Brent right now, he just washed the couch cushions and the couch chairs. He's putting them back on right now. They really needed to be washed. They were so dirty. So he's putting that on. Then we're gonna move the couch, and we've already moved the chairs, but we're gonna move that over to like where the fire pit is at. And then we've got to move the coffee table. We got to lift up the rug. And then today's the last day that I have to be able to get the last of the plants out that I want out of the garden in this area. And then we are also going to remove some of the gravel that is in this area. Oh, I also need to move everything that's over in that little cubby. I want to remove some of this gravel. We're going to fill in some holes that we have. And then one of our neighbors also said that she would like some of the gravel in front of their driveway. So I'm going to just load up a couple gorilla carts with some of the gravel and just dump it over there. And then we should be good to go. Oh, I also have to remove the metal edging. Oh, we have a lot to do today. And then they start, which is very, very exciting. We'll go around you, don't worry. This way everyone can know how much you shed. It looks so weird to have all the patio furniture out of here. Freya's not the biggest fan of it. Patio furniture is all out. I want to take those curtains down really quick. Yes, they're tied. Yes, it bothers some people. They're tied because when it's pouring down rain, they would soak up all the moisture and then they would turn brown. So we tied them for the winter. And then over here, I'm going to start digging up some of the gravel. I've got my shovel and my gorilla cart. I've got my small one. And then I did clear out everything that was over there. That was a whole bunch of pots and vases and things like that. And I just put those by the greenhouse. I'm going to wash everything before I move it into the greenhouse. Everything needs a really good wash. And then I don't think there's any more plants that I'm going to save over here. So we're going to start with the gravel, and then I do need to pull up the metal edging because we do also want to save that. So we have that to be able to use for any future projects. We ended up taking a minute because we noticed some things growing in the gutters and we're like, we should probably clean those out. So I hopped up there, we cleaned them out really quick. Also, we just weren't ready to shovel. We just didn't want to start shoveling gravel. I'm gonna take a minute. Gutters are all cleaned, which is really nice. They were really full. They're full of pine needles. Our neighbors have a pine tree and it just dropped pine needles like crazy. We usually have to clean out our gutters like twice a year. So it is what it is. This is the first time of this year. I think we only might have done it one time last year. Normally, we're a little bit better about it. They don't normally have things growing out of them. It feels nice to not have green things sprouting. It was kind of like hydroponics and it was kind of gross. Anyways, we'll take a minute and then we will start shoveling. We got a bunch of the gravel moved. We put a whole bunch of it in one of the neighbors' driveways and kind of like spread it out. I didn't show you a whole lot of it because it felt weird filming somebody else's driveway, but there's not a whole lot of gravel here left anymore. It's like kind of like one very thin sheet of gravel now. You can see, so we got down to like nothing down here. It's just kind of like a little tiny bit, so it feels good to be able to have this gravel be reused. We did touch up some spots in our area. I mean, there's still a good amount here, but we did save a bunch of it, which feels really nice. I think we're done shoveling gravel now, and I do need to pull out all the metal edging. I might do that just tonight when it gets dark. I think the next thing that I would like to do is, it's gonna be so exciting to not see this. We're gonna take this fountain and we're going to, I think I'm gonna put it inside the greenhouse. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then okay, well, a mosquito just flew into my mouth. But the next thing that I would like to do is I would like to save the ferns that are right here. I'm gonna dig some of them up. I don't exactly know where they're gonna go. So I think what I'm gonna do is just put them in the gorilla cart. We'll put the fountain inside the greenhouse, and then I will do a walk around, kind of figure out where I want these to go. I'm gonna see how many jumping worms are in this area. My throat feels like there's a bug in it. I'm gonna see how many jumping worms are in this area before I decide where they're actually gonna go. They could go just right around the corner, like kind of where that boxwood is, or they could go behind the greenhouse, which would also be a really good one. And then these are the Kimberly Queen dwarf fern. So they're really, really pretty. They're kind of an evergreen here, but this is all last year's growth. So it's all old growth, so it would actually be probably happy with me if I ended up cutting it back and let it sprout fresh this year. There's also whatever this plant is in my garden. It just keeps coming up. Somebody said that it's poisonous to like humans and to dogs, but it is kind of pretty, and I usually do pull it, but it just is so strong. I've pulled it every year that it's come here. I just keep pulling it out. No clue what it is. I just looked it up just so you guys know. It is called Arum Italica.
Arum Italicum.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And it says that it is toxic, all parts if eaten, and it's toxic to dogs and cats. That's funny. It says that it is a species cultivated as garden or house plant in most of the United States, and it is not native to the United States. This is the map I'm looking at. Only like a couple states on the East Coast is it invasive, but it says that it's invasive in all parts of the United States. Anyways, it is a houseplant, I guess, and it does keep coming back for us year after year. I'm using this app, if you're wondering. It's called Picture This, and then let me show you, it's really cool. So download the Picture This app, that's what it looks like, and then when you open it, it's gonna want you to like do this, hit this cancel button right there, and then you go here with your camera and you take your photo. It takes it just a minute, and then it pulls up. It's wrong sometimes, but a good chunk of the time it is correct. This isn't sponsored. I've just had this app on my phone for probably like 6 years now. It's right most of the time, and every time you open that app, that little pay for it thing pops up. I've never paid for it. I just always hit cancel up in the corner. But it's been a really, really helpful app, especially when we first bought our property and there was all kinds of plants on it. There was like different weeds and I wanted to know what everything was. It did a pretty good job on that. Also, when we're just like out and about, it's really helpful. So I'm going to dig that up, and I think I'm going to fully dispose of it this time. And then I'm going to dig up the ferns. Let's go.
thousands right there.
Is it active?
No, it can't be. I think I've disconnected all of it. I don't know how far it goes. I tried, it's all iron, so I had trouble cutting it off. I can't remember even where it stopped or started.
I cannot believe that that just came up as like a single rug of fern. So the gorilla cart still has some in there, but that whole piece right there just came up. I just started pulling it. I thought I was gonna have to like shovel out little chunks and then go plant little chunks, but it just all came out, which is so crazy. I'm not gonna put any of that stuff that's left over behind the shed. I'm also getting just destroyed by mosquitoes right now. I'm not going to put any of that behind the shed or behind the greenhouse because I just found jumping worms there, and I already moved some plants that like we're in an area with jumping worms, and I just don't want to like keep risking it. So we're not going to risk it. I'm going to just toss what's left in the gorilla cart. But it looks so good. So all of the ferns are gone. Well, relocated, and this is what just pulled up, just as one giant sheet of fern. So I just laid it back down there, and I made sure it had really good contact with the soil. I am going to water it in right now, so it does get a little drink of water. And then I did hook up irrigation to that. And then we had some stuff here. I just moved it for now. Where it's going to go, I'm not sure. It's just sitting directly behind me in the lawn. I did move the 3-ball topiary there to like help hide some of the infrastructure that's there. Nothing we can do about it. It's there. And we can't cover up those stickers. So we're always gonna have these bright red stickers. Super fun about that. But I can mask it, which is nice. Ferns should do okay there. I did go in with some TC meal because I did find 5 jumping worms. So I TC mealed the area. Honestly, I'll probably TC meal this entire area when they renovate it, when they dig everything down. And then as far as we've got a dryer vent there, the ferns are not going to love that. So I'm assuming that this is just going to cause dieback on this side. So I don't think any new ferns are going to grow down here. I think that they will just die off, but I do expect them to fill out this entire area, which would be totally fine by me, and it would be really pretty. Like I said, this is all last year's growth, and so it's looking a little worse for wear because it's winter time. Usually this stuff dies back to us. Like you can see, this got a little bit of frostbite here, so this will die back. If we hit below 32, it'll die all the way to the ground, and then it'll resprout next year beautifully for us, or this year for us beautifully. So we still have a bunch of work cut out for us. We actually have to remove a fence, and we have to move some more planters, the ones that are in the driveway. We have to take that fence down and remove those planters. And we have to figure out a home for these. The guys that are coming, they're gonna help us move the gazebo. We're just gonna take it and move it directly to the lawn. You can see we put our rocking chairs there because we needed somewhere to sit. So we still have a ton of work left to do. We're gonna get busy at it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It starts tomorrow. Very, very exciting. So this was the last little bit of prep. We will see you all tomorrow when they start digging up our yard. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for visiting our garden. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Were you hiding?
Yeah.